Khloe Kardashian has shared a fascinating and heartwarming insight into her young son Tatum's apparent spiritual connection with his late grandfather Robert Kardashian, who passed away many years ago. Tatum, at just 3 years old, seems to have an uncanny awareness of his grandfather, displaying behaviors and using terms that echo the past in ways that have left the family both amazed and touched. One particularly striking example is how Tatum addresses his grandmother, Kris Jenner. He affectionately calls her honey, a term of endearment that Robert himself used for her during his lifetime. Remarkably, no one in the family had ever mentioned this nickname to Tatum, making his use of it all the more mysterious and poignant. It's as if the child is channeling a piece of family history that he couldn't possibly know through conventional means. Kris Jenner has recounted specific interactions where Tatum describes Robert in vivid terms. He portrays his grandfather as a funny person, someone with a light-hearted spirit. Tatum has even mentioned that Robert was crying because of his deep love for Kris, a sentiment that tugs at the heartstrings. Additionally, the young boy points directly to Kris's face when speaking about Robert, as if indicating a presence or a vision that only he can perceive. Further deepening this connection, Tatum routinely says goodnight to his grandfather each evening, despite never having met him in person. This ritual suggests a bond that transcends the physical world, one where Tatum feels Robert's presence keenly. Khloe finds this aspect especially extraordinary, noting that while others in the family cannot see Robert, Tatum appears to have a unique ability to do so. It's a phenomenon that blends innocence with the supernatural, leaving room for wonder about what children might sense that adults overlook. Khloe has also opened up about her own experiences with the paranormal, adding context to her openness about Tatum's encounters. She recalls eerie incidents from her past, such as feeling a ghostly presence in her old lake house. On one occasion, she sensed something rubbing her hair gently, an interaction that was both comforting and unsettling. These experiences have shaped her views, leading her to never sleep with the lights off, a habit born from those mysterious moments. This narrative from Khloe highlights themes of family legacy, spiritual connections, and the mysteries of the afterlife. Robert Kardashian, a prominent figure in his time, left behind a family that continues to honor his memory in various ways. Tatum's innocent references serve as a bridge between generations, keeping Robert's spirit alive in the household. The use of honey is particularly evocative. Imagine a toddler spontaneously using a term laden with personal history. It's a moment that could send chills down anyone's spine. Kris's recounting adds layers. Describing Robert as funny aligns with memories of him as a charismatic individual, known for his humor and warmth. Tatum's statements about Robert crying out of love suggest an emotional depth unusual for a child so young. Pointing to Kris's face implies a visual or intuitive perception, perhaps a child's way of expressing an otherworldly presence. The nightly goodnights are a tender ritual, fostering a sense of continuity. Khloe's awe at Tatum's ability to see Robert speaks to a belief in something beyond the tangible, encouraging reflection on spiritual matters. Khloe's ghost stories from the lake house provide a personal backdrop. The hair-rubbing incident, gentle yet eerie, mirrors Tatum's benign encounters, suggesting a family predisposition to such experiences. In broader terms, this story invites contemplation on how children perceive the world. Often, kids report seeing or knowing things adults dismiss, but Khloe embraces it, honoring her father's memory through her son. Robert's legacy as a lawyer and family man endures through these anecdotes. Tatum's connection keeps him present, blending joy with nostalgia. Khloe's decision to share publicly adds vulnerability, inviting others to reflect on their own family mysteries. Expanding on the emotional impact, such connections can provide comfort, especially after loss. For Kris, hearing honey revives fond memories. For Khloe, it affirms bonds unbroken by death. Tatum's innocence amplifies the wonder, unfiltered by skepticism, his words carry pure authenticity. Khloe's light sleeping habit underscores lasting effects of her encounters, paralleling how Tatum's stories might shape family dynamics. Ultimately, this tale celebrates enduring love across generations, reminding us of the unseen threads connecting us to those who've passed.